4 non-voting members will join the CCSD Board of Trustees in January. They were picked by the 3 major cities in Clark County. I talked with the North Las Vegas member, Dane Watson, about what he thinks he can accomplish. Watson is also in leadership at the Teachers Union, the CCEA. As one of the 4 non-voting members, tell us a little bit about when people hear non-voting, what about the influence and the impact you expect to have on the CCSD Board of Trustees?
Well, it's always interesting when you say non-voting, but I think the fact that I have different and unique perspective, I think one of the things that brings my skills to the table is because I've always been an advocate for public education, and with me being a representative of North Las Vegas City Council, then I'm coming from that area and representing my community. And also because of my role at CCEA, I'm also the organizer for North Las Vegas schools. So it's kind of like it was a perfect match for me to be in this role right now.
So you're going to enter it in January. You know, there are some challenges. Tell us about what you think about the current graduation rate as well as academic performance at CCSD.
Well, I think one of the challenges is that we need a more stable population of educators, licensed, qualified educators. I think that is the biggest challenge because if you have qualified educators in the classroom with the kids, then you have a better chance of kids actually succeeding. I know that there's an opportunity for them to be successful if that be the case. And when you have a large amount of vacancies, especially in North Las Vegas, then that's where the challenges really begin to impact student success and student outcomes and student graduation. So with that being said, I think the main objective for us is to actually try to be able to recruit and retain the educators that we currently have. And I think that's one of the main objectives, in my personal opinion, that we must focus in on.
How do you go about achieving that? Because one of the things you hear CCSD Superintendent Dr. Zujara say is about that they're out there already trying to recruit teachers, they're trying to retain teachers. But what ideas would you bring to the table to try to help that? What is it pay? What are you looking to do?
Well, I think there's negotiations going on, but that's not going to be my area of concern. I think the district and the CCEA will come to a resolution sooner rather than later. But I believe that if you have qualified educators in the classroom and you have a large amount of substitutes that are readily available to fill in the gap when they're not in, then that should help as well. So I think you got to start with the first and foremost, having a highly qualified teacher in the classroom.
You mentioned North Las Vegas, and one thing as the education reporter I see a lot when it comes to absenteeism and when it comes to students getting arrested or suspended or expelled, the majority tends to happen in North Las Vegas schools. You know, why is that? Is there something going on within the school and the community, or is it just something that maybe our administrators and our staff are overlooking?
Well, there's a number of factors, but I think that when you talk about equitable, you got to talk about equity. And, you know, not many people really understand that there are kids that are really suffering, and we need to provide resources for them, and that's the wraparound services that are available to them, mental health services, and that would definitely help them get back into the classroom. You got to be able to go out and reach the kids if you want them to be successful. And if you don't, like I always know, people don't really care how much you know until they know how much you care.
Dane Watson replaced North Las Vegas City Councilman Isaac Barone, who was the first pick, but there were questions about whether Barone could be appointed because of his other job.